New tonight, the House Oversight Committee just sent a letter to FBI Director Chris Wray threatening to hold him in contempt of Congress if the FBI does not turn over a document which a supposed whistleblower claims contains evidence of, quote, an alleged Biden criminal scheme. Apparently, it contains some sort of accusation that then Vice President Biden took a bribe from a foreign national to receive some sort of desired policy outcome. Now, we have no idea whether the FBI immediately wrote it off, whether it's a crackpot. What we know is that it's apparently a document containing some allegation that someone made about the then vice president that thus far no one else seems to know anything about. Chairman Comer and Senator Chuck Grassley requested the document earlier this month, but the FBI does not reveal information that could, quote, harm investigations, prejudice prosecutions, unfairly violate privacy or reputational interests. But if it could be of value politically, all that apparently is ignored. Now, this is all intertwined with Chairman Comer's claims of whistleblowers about the Biden family. But then a bizarre admission that the committee has somehow lost track of a key informant in its investigation. Facts First USA, which bills itself as a so-called bipartisan organization, is now asking federal prosecutors to investigate. Quote, Representative James Comer recently revealed that the informant he's relying on for his unsubstantiated allegations against President Biden cannot be located. In truth, there's a strong possibility that the informant that Representative Comer has been speaking about does not exist. This would explain why Representative Comer never produces the evidence he says demonstrates criminal conduct on the part of the Biden family. The group, whose president we'll hear from in a moment, insists Comer could himself be in violation of federal law if he, quote, has manufactured this false information. On May 10th, at a much-hyped press conference, Comer initially referred to a number of informants from the IRS, FBI, whistleblowers, he said, who had valuable information about the Biden family's alleged influence peddling and supposedly ill-gotten financial gains. But then 4 days later, on Fox, he stunned host Maria Bartiromo with this.
You have spoken with whistleblowers. You also spoke with an informant who gave you all of this information. Where is that informant today? Where are these whistleblowers?
Well, unfortunately, we can't track down the informant. We're hopeful that the informant is still there. The whistleblower knows the informant. The whistleblower is very credible.
Hold on a second, Congressman. Did you just say that the whistleblower or the informant is now missing?
Well, we're hopeful that we can find the informant. Now, remember, these informants are kind of in the spy business, so they don't make a habit of being seen a lot or being high profile or anything like that.
Now, those of you who watch this show know I have been critical of Comer and others for making allegations about what they hope to prove about Joe Biden, specifically, rather than presenting actual evidence of wrongdoing. Comer promised, but then sort of failed to provide so-called concrete evidence tying President Biden to what Comer said was $10 million in payments made to 9 members of the Biden family by various business entities connected to China and Romania. Comer admitted he couldn't yet prove any direct link to President Biden or to a policy change that foreign entities influenced with their cash, he and others suggesting it's just a matter of time. Now, let's be clear. We have covered on this show the Hunter Biden story earlier and more often than most media outlets and have taken the allegations very seriously. But Chairman Comer and others keep telling us this isn't about Hunter Biden. With all that said, I don't think there is any evidence that Comer literally just made up the whistleblower. He may be overstating what he has. Making it up out of whole cloth? My next guest doesn't see it that way. Joining me now is David Brock, president of Facts First USA, a group that bills itself as a bipartisan group and is calling for an investigation into Congressman Comer's remarks. Thank you very much for coming on the program. Appreciate it. All right. So what evidence is there that he lied? I mean, he didn't have to admit that one of his whistleblowers was missing, did he?
No, I suppose he didn't have to admit it, but it was a startling admission. And, what we're asking for here is investigation. We don't know the answers. We know that there are multiple whistleblowers out there that have been touted by various Republicans who have serious credibility issues on a whole range of things, from touting the insurrection to being disgruntled former FBI agents, et cetera. What Comer said was his informant was missing. And our whole point here is, people kind of laughed at that, and I can see why, but there's a serious issue here.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.